This year we came up with a very strong program where we had already 3-4 junior tournaments around the US, which is like a big thing. And we also played the America Cup this summer, and now we're getting ready for the World Championships in 2 weeks. We have players from all around like the US, which the US is huge. And not just the US, Mexico, South America, and even Spain.
Hey everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Padel Smash Academy. We are here on location at Padel X, brand new Boca Raton, with the two leading coaches and also the U.S. national junior team coaches, Tato and Lorena Rouillon. Welcome to the channel, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We're very happy to be here. We've been watching your podcast and honestly, we love it.
Oh, you guys, so cool.
Okay, so let's talk about the juniors program. How does that work? What age groups are there? And what tournaments do they participate in?
So everything, as we've been here for we've been the coaches for a year, and it's been very challenging because whenever we enter, we didn't have a lot of information. So it was during so many months, me and Tato working on how everything works, how can we reach out to everybody. And then once we gathered all this information, we knew we have 3 teams, U14, U16, U18, girls and boys. So my brother, he's in charge of the boys, I'm in charge of the girls. And right now, it's very different from last year. So last year we didn't have like a big program. I feel like this year we came up with a very strong program where we had already 3-4 junior tournaments around the US, which is like a big thing. And we also played the America Cup this summer, and now we're getting ready for the World Championships in 2 weeks.
So let's talk about the World Championships. How's the structure works? How many players from the U.S. are playing, and what divisions?
So we have 12 girls, 12 boys, 4 players for each category, U14, U16, U18, and you need to win at least 2 matches to win a country. So you win or 2-1 or 3-0.
Okay.
And right now, we didn't enter directly to the World Championships. We're playing the qualis. So we got to beat, in my case, the girls. We have to do Ecuador and Venezuela. And in your case, is...
Paraguay
it's Uruguay and Venezuela.
Uruguay.
And we got to beat these 2 countries in order to enter to the World Championship. Once we enter there, it's like a round-robin format where you get to play many matches, and you have the national pairs where they compete individually.
So where is it held?
Right now, in 2 weeks, it's going to be in Reus, in Spain.
Yeah,
that's actually fun. 1 hour far from home.
No, that's beautiful.
I know, it feels like, we're from Spain, we represent the US, but we're going to compete back home. So
yeah, oh boy.
So tell us a little bit about you guys being the captains of pretty much junior development in the US, and what are the challenges for you to create new talent or pick the right talent to represent the US?
So it's been pretty hard because I feel like last year we had to pick so many players through videos because we have players from all around the US, which the US is huge. It's not like Spain and not just the US, Mexico, South America, and even Spain. So it's been super tricky to find and also for us challenging to take the right decisions because we're should we just trust this player because of this video?
So you're saying that you have players from Mexico, South America, and Spain that they're American citizens living overseas.
Exactly.
Oh,
They're outside the US, but they represent the US.
So is that where you're getting the majority?
No. Right now, honestly, we're getting more American players, but still, we get people from outside, and also we get a lot of requests from outside, which you also have to pay attention because you have American passport, right? So that was the hardest thing, because last year we didn't have enough budget to be able to travel around the US. This year we had more, so we're able to travel to Texas, to Chicago. We also did here in Miami. We're traveling to San Diego. So right now everything has it's starting to get better and have better program.
So I know you guys started in the juniors for a while. You guys been working with the juniors for a long time. How do you see it developing here in the USA? As you guys started from the beginning, I think, right?
I'm honestly super proud of our players because I feel like we keep them super motivated, and I think that's the key. They're juniors, so many of them, they didn't grow up with a paddle racket like so many players, you know, in Spain, Argentina, Mexico. And we try to keep them motivated. We try to also, besides coaches, try to help them as like players and persons and
Mentor.
yeah, because at the end we're traveling with them. It's just me and him with like 24 players in Spain. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. They start crying. It's like we're like their parents too. So we end up like being their mentors in life, you know.
How did you get involved with the juniors? I mean, it's a tough thing. It's not easy to work with juniors. Is a different type of coach, you know.
Yes.
Because how did you guys get involved?
I think we had like really nice childhood as players in tennis, though we didn't do that in paddle first. And the best years of my life is whenever I was super young and I was traveling as a team of my club with the coaches. We were like singing in the band, we were competing, we were training so hard every day.
Great memories.
We had really great memories. And it was like, I think with the perfect coaches to be able to balance like the professional part in the court, but also like to have fun outside, you know, and keep them motivated.
So I heard stories that I don't know if they're true or not. You know, you're traveling with 20 plus kids. You go to to a tournament and all that. In the middle of the night, kids run out of the room.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, going crazy. And
You're just remembering the times when you were younger.
don't know, but I hear stories that you guys waking up in the middle of the night, the room service picking up, and kids running around. How do you control this?
The most difficult part, 100%, right?
It's how it is because we're so tired within 4 hours during the World Championships, and then in those 4 hours you wake up because you heard like somebody like running in the corridors and like, oh my God, no, I know I gotta deal with this. So then we're standing up there, like you are gonna say 1 hour here, like we try to do what they used to do to us, you know, whenever we were doing these things. So, but we're very strict during those days. But
It's tough for you or Tato?
I don't know.
There. Who's the
Who's
pushover?
tougher?
Who's the pushover?
I would say me.
You're the pushover or the tougher one?
I'm more tough, but like they listen a lot to him.
You guys play good cop, bad cop?
Yeah.
You're the nice one, he's the bad one, or vice versa?
Have 50-50, right?
50-50.
I would say for some things I'm more pushy, and then some others he's more pushy. So I think it's a good balance to work together because we know each other so much. I feel like we also have kind of like the same way of coaching, leading the kids, and treating them. So that's great.
So now I see some of the kids like making trips right to different states so they can play with each other. I mean, how difficult is that? Because not everybody can do that, you know, and you're limited with the group that you have, and they're all over the place. So how do you deal with that?
It is hard, and I understand because the U.S. is also so big that people invest a lot of money, you know, and time, mostly the parents, because it's not driving 1 hour far from your club and competing, which I wish it would, but it's traveling, parents asking for days off, investing a lot of money. But we try to reach out as many kids as we can, give them the chance to everybody, stay behind them. And honestly, what we try to do is put our 100% time once we're there. So once the tournament is over, sometimes Tato last week stayed until 2 a.m. playing matches with kids in Chicago, you know? So we keep them motivated as much as we can and tell them and show them this is worth it.
So, and how, with kids, now you get another component, which is parents. And some of the parents are like very pushy, very upset. My kid is the best in the world and all that. So how do you, no, but I mean, how do you deal with the parents and obviously the expectations and the reality that your kid is your kid, either he's good or he's not good enough. So how do you deal, and I'm sure you get a lot of pushback from that, right?
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that?
That's true. For me, at least, that's the hardest part.
Yeah, for me too.
Because everybody, of course, all the parents think their kids is the best, and I understand it, you know. But also for me, it's hard to tell sometimes the reality to parents because it's like, look, this is what it is.
Yeah.
Your
Is that
kid.
what you do? What's your tactic when it comes when somebody is really not realistic?
We try to be honest. Like your kid needs to work on all these things, you know. But you also don't want to tell the player he's not good enough, because I feel like everybody has a chance and everybody can, next year, it can be the best one, you know?
Yeah, but you're limited to a number of players, and if
Exactly.
you have to choose 20 or 10.
That's the hardest. And in the World Championship, that's what's happening. We're not allowed to tell which players are going to be playing, and just 2 players are going to be playing, competing, and they're 4. So
Let me ask a question. You guys are going to decide who plays.
we decide who plays.
So how do you decide that? Because that's the other thing. It's like you have different 3 age groups, right? You have people who win, people who are playing better, people who are not playing better, people you see that are investing more time, people maybe that are not, but that maybe could be a little bit better. Or also, if you go into a group and you know we're not going to win, do you let everybody play?
So we have the technique, we put the best out there.
Always.
Yeah.
Always. Why?
So what happens if you going into it and you know that, I mean, the other team is just levels way too high? There's no way you're going to win.
So it depends, because, for example, if we lose 2-1, it's completely different than 3-0.
Gotcha.
So even if we get 1 match, that's what we. That's what
It's important for the next year, for the next World Championship, or for the next Pan Americano.
I get it now.
That's
That's
why
important. Always
it is
that way.
important,
Yeah.
because that's going to help us, for example, for next year, the Pan Americans or the next World Championship, that we're better ranked, and maybe we don't have to play the qualies to enter.
Well, that's good to know. I mean, I don't think a lot of people know that.
Yeah.
So now you're bringing also one of the top junior players pretty much in the world with Ornella. She's representing the U.S.
Yeah.
And actually, I was just talking to her dad. I mean, I think she's number 2 in the world right now. I mean, she's literally one of the top players in the world. She's all the way up here. The rest of the team is down here. How do you as a coach, how do you balance that level?
More importantly, what's the strategy when it comes to not going to Spain? You know, she is going to play in a 16, and she's going to play in a 14. Are those things you could talk about?
Believe us, this is something we still you don't know until we're there. Why? Because
For some reason, I feel like you guys do know.
no.
But it's okay.
So no. Do you know why we don't know? Like, everything is a strategy. So it's a teamwork, right? Even the parents get into this. I'm like, okay, we're playing against Venezuela. Everybody goes watch the practice of Venezuela, and we got to decide who is the best team, 14, 16, or 18, and from there.
So you do the scouting and see
Also,
who.
because let's say if we win 2-1 or 3-0, amazing. That's what we want, right? But if we know, like, it might be too hard to win, we need to see and move the best players in 14 or 16. So Ornella in this case can play 14, 16, but cannot play 18. So this is like, you play that with a strategy. And Ornella here, she knows she has like a huge role and like leading the team, the partner, and having the best attitude, because that's super tough for Ornella, but also the partner she's playing with. Because Ornella, she might be like sometimes playing against players that she for sure beat before, but maybe she has partners like it's a little bit harder. So she needs to give her best attitude. Yeah. And the other players also, like, they feel pressure playing with Ornella.
Of course.
So it's a lot of like mental coaching too.
Yeah.
That's what we do. And sometimes the kids play, they finish, they cry, and we got to be there for them, you know, in those tough moments.
So where do you guys get the budget for this? I know Padel X is very involved in the juniors program. How do you guys get the budget of opening up courts, make it more affordable, not just for the affluent kids, for the kids that have natural abilities of that may not be able to afford it, and also going to all these places? Do you guys have a sponsor? Do you have Padel X? He gives you guys a budget. How does that work?
So Padel X, for sure, they've been super supportive with the players, which they gave us like a better rate for juniors whenever they come and train, because it's Miami. It's super expensive. I mean, I understand. Padel, it's expensive here, and the kids, you need them to play almost every day.
Yeah.
And that's not affordable in Miami. So Padel X, for sure, they helped us so much with that. But whenever we travel, the USPA like covers our expenses and everything, but it's a lot of us also giving our time and sometimes not getting anything back. But it's for us, we want the best for the country. We want the best for the players. We're at this moment super attached with everybody. So I'm like, Tato, when we would be able to live this? Because right now, we're really attached to the players that we do this for them.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with you're seeing a kid and he has great talent, but he's playing another sport, in school because paddle is not involved yet in the school industry. So
We have so many of these players. We call them almost every day, trying to get him to our territory. But it is hard, and I understand. For example, almost everybody plays soccer at the same time than paddle. But we're trying to approach the kids in another way that they maybe don't feel like that in soccer, So we're starting to travel with kids who spend like the entire weekend like playing paddle on the court with us, outside training super hard. We started to play tournaments with players. Nobody's paying after this. We do this because we love them. So sometimes I'm like, okay, let's play this weekend. I'm going to teach you how to compete. So they don't get that with maybe soccer coaches, We try to bring that to another level.
Has the USPA been supportive of you guys?
Yes, really supportive. I saw that like they're improving so much more. Every time they also are capable to give us more. They're very supportive. I think right now we have a really strong junior committee too. And the only thing is we're still trying to get more sponsors to help us and the players and the program.
I'm going to ask that. You've seen the juniors develop, right? What is it going to take to get them to be competitive with the other countries?
To have academies all around the U.S.
Yeah.
In every single club in the U.S., not just Miami, but Texas, but California, New York.
So more clubs.
More clubs, more academies.
And you need good coaches too. So you need the courts, the academy, and good coaches.
Not everybody can train juniors.
Yeah. And I know that the budget of the USPA is not as big. Are you guys getting paid for all this great work, or you do it? Do you get something out of it, or?
So
It's the joy, just the
joy.
huge.
Yeah, me and joy. The joy with joy. It's joyful.
It's a joy, I can tell you.
No, I know the
Be
parents.
rich if you catch joy.
We did some homework, and I know the parents are very supportive, and they help you financially in some aspects. I know Letty was being very helpful to you guys as well.
Because at the end, for us, we gain so many more things when, like with some others, we're losing a little bit of money with that. But for us, it's not that, because I think in the future, we can give so much more to the kids. And for us, it's more than that. Last year, the USP didn't have that big of a budget, so it was all because of the joy. Everything this year, they've been a little bit more helpful.
Good.
So financially, so we're able also to work and do more things with that.
That's fantastic, because at the end of the day, you're giving up your time not to teach or coach at the club, and then you're doing all this work, which is 18 hours a day. Yeah,
Kids, juniors, it's not just like they play and that's it.
Maybe double seating.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the parents, they've been super supportive. Last year, they were like, we don't want to lose these coaches. They've never been like this.
Yeah.
We've never seen this. We want to keep them, so they helped us out too.
No, at the end of the day, guys, I think we appreciate what you guys are doing. I mean, everybody brings their own little grain of sand to the big mountain that we're building. Without your support, we're trying to do our best with our podcast and bringing the knowledge of paddle to the United States. I think we really appreciate what you guys are doing.
I remember what I was going to say. So, all right. In all the other countries, do you think the other countries have advantages? All the other countries is a lot cheaper to play than the USA. USA is one of the countries that are most expensive to play. So do you find that a hindrance of the way when it comes to finding good talent, people who can play but maybe can't afford it?
It can be, because if I compare, for example, to my back home country, we were able to play every day, and we don't come from like a rich family or anything, and we're able to play. Of course, my parents had to sacrifice so much too, but we were able to play every day because it was more affordable. So I think that maybe could be a reason.
Yeah, but I think it's the natural evolution of the sport and youth sport. In the beginning, it's expensive. The more courts, it becomes more competitive.
More sponsors.
So now if you or a junior or somebody listening to this or parent listening to this that your kids want to participate, how would they do that? How would they participate or get in contact with you?
Right now what they're doing, and I invite all the juniors in the entire US, as everybody, if they want to try, you just need to put a junior in the paddle court. I promise they will love it. everybody loves this sport. And juniors, they love it. And you know, for me, what's the most beautiful thing is like you have 4 juniors inside, and that's what I loved from this sport the most. Everything it's so close. So you're playing. Yesterday we were 20 kids playing in one court. You know, so like you're able to do all these things. But everybody right now is contacting me or my brother, even from California. Hey, my kid wants to play. How can I do it? And we try to set up matches, find coaches over there, like more players. We create groups. Like, okay, I know you're from this city. I know that guy too. We're creating this WhatsApp group, you know? Right now, that's how it is. I hope in the future more coaches can be involved and we get more juniors in other states. But right now, everybody's contacting us and we're putting everyone together.
So and I talked to Nali earlier today, and he told me that there's no event for juniors coming up here in the Padel X. And
yes.
Can you talk about that?
Exactly. So we have a USPA junior tournament that I think it's 23rd, 24th, 25th, that weekend. I think it's the third weekend of October. And we're going to have all the juniors here.
Boca Raton?
Yes, exactly. In Boca Raton, Padel X. And as always, we have everybody coming from around the U.S. coming to compete this tournament. And we try to put as many matches as we can for the juniors. Usually they play 2 categories. So whenever people that they're traveling from Mexico, Argentina, the other states can come and play as more matches as possible.
This is a good opportunity if you enjoy playing paddle before and want to get in a tournament. This is a tournament to be in. And if you're new to paddle and just want to combine and see what it's about to get involved, that
yes.
would be the time to do it, correct?
Yes, exactly. We invite all the juniors, not just the juniors that they're training and competing, but also the ones they want to start playing.
Oh, you're the fan.
Okay, Laura, is there anything else you want to talk about before we finish the podcast?
No, I'm super thankful, guys, with you that we're doing this. I know at the end this reaches out to so many American people, also players, and as many juniors as we can. We want to host them. And
so if they want to reach out and be part of the team, is there a website or they go through the USPA? Where do they play?
USPA email, and they forward that to us, but also our contact and Padel X too.
Okay, so at the end, we'll put our hands together, everybody, and let's go USA!
You know, I want to thank both of you guys, man, for all the time you guys put into it.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's not easy, guys, dealing with adults, but even tougher with juniors. And what you guys are doing is incredible. Because whether for you guys, we wouldn't have these players that we have now.
This is worth it. When we're in the World Championships of the Pan Americans, it's every time they put the American flag and we get goosebumps. We look at each other and we're like, this is worth it.
That's all it is, the joy. There's the joy right there.